What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious. You guys are the 11 crew, and here's another 10 things that I would love added to vanilla Minecraft to make it great again. Alright guys, the first up is a new crafting recipe, and hear me out on this. It's the pendulum axe. Okay, so it's going to be basically an axe with strings attached to it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you have to fill it up 8, 7, depending on how long you want it. That's how many string you put in the, in the crafting menu. But it can be placed in an upside down dispenser that once it's activated, it'll drop the pendulum trap and it'll start to make it swing. Would be really cool for things like, hallways and stuff like that, for obviously for trapping either players or mobs. Let's say you want to lead a creeper or whatever mob, any mob you want, to its death. You just walk down the hall and you could have a pressure plate, and the signal will go up. It'll drop down the pendulum and boom, whatever's behind it, hopefully will get hit. But I think it'd be really fun for adventure maps or just for traps, things like that. I think it could be possible. Not exactly sure, but I think it'd be fun. So I added it. Number 2, now this one may be difficult or impossible as well, but it's still worth my mention. I would love to be able to assign tasks to pets or even villagers, but let's just focus on pets for this one. But ones that are within their ability. So for example, you can click on a dog, right? And a new menu is going to open up where it can do stuff like fetch bones or fetch zombie flesh. Parrots would, grab apples or seeds, something like that. Just something to add more value to the pets besides just sitting there or keeping them locked in a mob farm. Now the pets would disappear for a bit, right? So once you click them on a task, they would be gone. And they'd have a chance to bring back anywhere from 0 to 5 of whatever the item is that you requested. And depending on how long they're gone, that will determine whatever they bring back. Obviously, if they come back quickly, you're going to know, oh, well, there's nothing there. And what they would do is they would have it in their mouth or just somewhere let's say in their mouth. And then you click on it and you just grab it. Or it would just go into an inventory that they had and you click on it and they're ready to go. I think it could be cool. Now, you could add maybe having a chance for them to die, but I don't know if that would be as fun. I think it should be either they get nothing or they get, something for you. I don't know if killing them would be good or not. Here's another one I want you guys to kind of hear me out on because it may seem a little overpowered at first, but the Nether Star block. Okay, so it's going to take 9 stars to create one of these blocks. So, it's very, very difficult to get to begin with, right? The blocks would be unbreakable and unmovable. Okay, so basically it would be bedrock, but it would not be called bedrock. It would have a different texture, and you'd be able to craft it. Now, it's going to be potential for actual wither cages. But again, it may seem OP, but just the fact that you have to kill 9 wither just to make one block, think about how many wither you'd have to kill to make like a little cage. Now, granted, you can place them near certain groupings of bedrock, right, to form wither cages kind of naturally without needing so many wither blocks. But again, you have to kill 9 wither to make one. I think you kind of earn the right to maybe go a little OP with the kills. I don't know. It's just me, but that's what I think. Number 4, amulets should be added to the game. I've wanted those for a really long time. I keep forgetting to mention it. It was on my list, so boom. You can place certain items in them that would either grant you protection, such as, let's say, a certain mob head, where that mob won't attack you. This goes back to what I was saying a couple episodes ago, where there needs to be a lot more mob heads added to vanilla Minecraft, not just the way that, a lot of you guys do on Java with commands and things like that. I'm talking about vanilla Minecraft. Anyway, so, or you can have like a potion where you get a small boost, such as regen, although a substantially lower rate than the actual potion itself. So it wouldn't go as quick. Maybe it would regen every minute. You get a half a heart or whatever it is. But it would need to be something that's not OP because it's something that's going to stay on you. Whereas, a potion disappears after X amount of, minutes or whatever. But the amulet can take damage the same as armor and cannot have mending attached to it. So that's where the OP would that's where I think it would balance out a little bit. You'd be able to get the regen, but it wouldn't last as long, or it wouldn't kick in as soon, I should say, and you cannot have mending on it, so it could disappear. So I think that's kind of cool. Number 5, this is another one I've wanted for a really long time, a redstone staff, or I will also accept a redstone tipped arrow. But I think redstone staff would be cooler. It's easy to craft. You just put sticks in a redstone block, and could be useful for secret entrances where you don't have a button, right? You just aim it at something and poof, that would be that. And it creates a pulse. So when you touch the redstone to a block, it would create a block update. So if you had an observer, it would detect it, right? So that would be really cool. But it could also shoot the pulse the same distance as what an arrow shoots if you're not going to have a redstone tipped arrow. I think that'd be really cool. And the pulse, by the way, is going to be the same as a wooden button. So you're going to get 15 ticks out of it. Could also be used in dispensers, right? So like you can put the staff in the dispenser and have it shoot across and activate things, or you can even have it where like different redstone. You know how like what are those, fire charges, or just pretty much anything that comes out of a dispenser is like it goes in a random direction. You could have a redstone staff in there with like a bunch of different redstone lines across the way to activate different things. And if this dispenser has like a clock, it'll just shoot out the signal and random things could go on all around you. It would be really, really fun. Just like really quirky, random things just appearing. Could be cool for like Halloween maps and things like that. But I just think there'd be endless reasons to need to shoot a redstone pulse somewhere. I think it'd be fun. So why not? Number 6, gunpowder and glowstone dust should be placeable on the floor. I've seen this for a really long time. Another one I've wanted to add and I just keep forgetting, but gunpowder would be super useful for setting off like TNT, let's say from a large distance, without having to waste any redstone at all, because what happens is it's going to clean up after itself, right? So you light it with a torch and then the trail would just disappear, and each block of gunpowder that you have is going to be equivalent to 1 tick pulse. So same as a repeater. Right, so it lights up, disappears, lights up, disappears, lights up, disappears. It would just glow like brighter gray, and then it would just disappear, and it would just keep going down the line. Poof, and now you're left with no trail, which is nice. Because if you do that with redstone, obviously you have a redstone trail that now you have to clean up. It just gets a little messy. And glowstone should be placeable on ceilings, floors, and walls, and have the same luminescence as a nether portal. Right, so it's going to be cool for decorations, it's cool for like leaving trails, telling people where they need to go, and definitely for lighting, obviously. That would be really cool, in my opinion. Number 7, this one has annoyed me for a very, very long time. Super simple. It's actually 2 things. Bookshelves should have all the different types of wood instead of just having the oak texture, and wooden tools should also have the texture of the wood you craft them with. That's it. Super simple. There's no multiple parts to that one. Just a pet peeve of mine. Number 8. Now this one was suggested by Legit History, so thank you, Legit. He suggested that coffee should be added to Minecraft. It would be a new bean, right? That's going to grow alongside the cocoa bean in the jungle. You can add it to a cauldron, right, with water, obviously, and you get coffee. And then you'd either have a speed or a haste effect or both, and I think it would be really cool. I think it's a great idea. They have cocoa beans. Why not coffee beans? Essentially, it's a similar bean anyway. Number 9. Now this one's a little crazy. I mean, it would take a lot because they'd have to design them, but I think it's needed. Honestly, I think this has been a long time coming. Paintings overhaul. Last time out we talked about music overhaul. I also think they should have a paintings overhaul. And the way I think it should work is that depending on the color wool that we use, we would get a certain type of painting. Right? Now there are 7 different styles of sizes of paintings. So each color would have 7 styles attached to it. Right? I think you have the 1x1, the 1x2, the 2x1, the 2x2. I don't remember the rest, but there's that many. Trust me. There's 7 styles. But that would give us a total of 112 paintings in the game. So again, it's a huge overhaul. But this is a game about building. This is a game about visuals, right? That's the whole point of the game, is building cool things. And if you had a ton of paintings, you could do a lot with it. You can make art galleries. You could decorate, buildings more. I think it'd be really fun. In addition to that, okay, I think that we should have a pixel editor in the game. I know you guys are going to hate it. A lot of you are like, that's crazy. But we should have a pixel editor where we can customize our own paintings. Why not? I mean, how many games nowadays have character creation screens and things like that? There's so many that do it. A lot of games do it now. That's like a norm for like adventure games and RPG games where you can create your own character. So why not? Why not just have a little box, a little pixelated box on the screen, whatever the size of a painting. I don't even know what the size of a painting is. 16, but I don't know. Whatever the size is for the particular, or however many pixels for the particular size. That's how big you can create it. I think it'd be awesome. I'd love to be able to put my logo on a painting. I'm sure many of you guys would love to do that as well. It'd be really great for the community itself that puts out videos and treats this game with such love and respect. It would be really nice for us to be able to customize our own paintings. Again, just a suggestion. I think it can be done. I think it should be done. I think it's been a long time coming. You may disagree, and that's cool. It's, this is my ideas. These are what I would like. So you let me know in the comments what you would like, or if you agree or disagree. Number 10. Now, we've spoken about villagers many, many times before. I don't believe I've said this, and if I have, well, I'm saying it again. Villagers should do the tasks their jobs state, right? So we see farmers farming. But see, the whole thing about that is they don't till the land, and that aggravates me. I think they should be allowed to till the land, and I think that they should be, allowed to till the land, put down water, and also farm. But butchers, we should be able to see them attacking animals and collecting meat. Fishermen should be out fishing, right? Collecting, all that stuff. Shepherds should be shearing sheep, possibly herding them. Herding, not hurting. And obviously, if they're hurting them, then the butcher would have to either not do it, or maybe they could fight and have like a villager versus villager brawl. That's probably a little crazy, but regardless, you guys get my idea. I think that'd be cool, and this would allow for even more types of auto farming, like once their inventory slots were filled. So obviously, if a dude is sitting there collecting fish and even enchanted stuff, he should have the same kind of, or maybe even less of a chance to collect enchanted stuff. But we could set up some kind of system where just sitting on a hopper or something, we encase him and poof, he collects us stuff for us. Okay, yeah, it could get OP, but I mean, think about everything that we automate in Minecraft anyway. I love when people tell me that things are too OP and you're sitting there with pretty much every farm in the game. Not many of you guys are going out there farming all of this stuff and collecting cobblestone. You got cobblestone generators, you got auto farms, it's the whole fun of Minecraft, at least for me. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. You can always just not do that option. I would personally like that in the game. I enjoy having all my stuff auto done for me so I can focus on the building. That's for me, that's fun. Plus, I enjoy building the farms. But anyway, that is all I got, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about anything in here. I'd love to have a discussion about it. There's no right or wrong. These are my opinions. You tell me yours. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, Captain Obvious out. Peace.